Loading snacks.
What's going on, everybody? We are back for episode 4 of the Lotus Snacks Anime Chat podcast. How is everybody doing today?
Ooh, I'm doing
Doing
great.
good.
Yes. So look, before we get into it, I just want to remind everybody out there, if you're watching or listening, that this weekend coming up, we are having our Extra Life charity event where myself, crew, and others will be streaming for 24 hours. We're doing 8 hours on Friday, 8 hours on Saturday, and 8 hours on Sunday, playing all types of different games online to raise some money for Children's Miracle Network hospitals. So it's going to be a good time. Stop by, pull up on the stream, have some fun with us. Donate a couple dollars. It's going to be a good time. So hopefully we'll see you all there this weekend coming up. Now, how's everybody's weekend? How about you, Noah?
My weekend was great. I saw the Commanders have an outstanding win. That was just
Dad came home last night. He was turned up. He went to the
it
game.
was record breaking. It was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And the other Maryland team lost, the Ravens, which as a Steelers fan, I'm also happy about that. And yeah, it was a good weekend. My
Mm-hmm.
fantasy team won also, so a lot of sports W's.
That's what's up. I know me and Gabby got to go to Fall Lock Con out at Comic Lounge out in
Yeah.
Ashburn. That was a
Okay.
good time. Had a lot of fun down there. Outside of that, did some adulting this weekend, some extra life prep. I didn't get to watch everything anime related I wanted to. Had to sit down and watch The Penguin, catch up on that for Spoiler Boys that's coming up once that's over.
Right.
But outside of that, and last night I couldn't watch anything. Well, Sunday because we were at Lockdown all day, and then as soon as we got back, WWE had their Halloween Havoc on NXT, so I had to watch that. Then we had our meeting. It's just a lot of things happening right now at one time, and it's not slowing down anytime soon. So it is what it is. What about you, Gabby? Your weekend was solid as well.
It's good.
Yes, solid packed and crazy busy. Had a lot of family stuff. Had the going to a party for Serena because she's moving to Korea. Um, and then obviously LawCon basically took up all of my Sunday, which is always so much fun. Plus, it's good seeing all the kids in the cute little Halloween costumes. So
Mhm.
always happy about that.
Heck yeah.
But fun weekend. I'm totally exhausted though, and oh my god, I'm ready for bed.
All right, so let's get into it then. Noah, what do we need to know about?
Word. First up is so Ninja Kamui gains a brother, and it's called Uzumaki. Uzumaki's animation
It got worse.
just tanked in a couple episodes. To me,
Wow.
honestly, it was okay. I didn't really have any issue with it
Mhm.
because I was just enjoying the story. But like I said, I feel like a lot of people were just liking to complain, but it definitely wasn't amazing. And one scene, they were just falling, and it was like Paper Mario just falling out the sky
Paper Mario.
on the very
Okay.
last episode. Yeah, it was literally they were supposed to be falling into this like eternal abyss, and it was just like two characters, just like you have to see it, literally like
Yeah.
Paper Mario, just falling. It was so bad. Maybe
I
you can
kind of
find
want
a
to see it
picture of
just for
and
the.
put
I
it on
kind of
the
want to
screen.
watch it just for the animation differences, so I can just see it for myself. That means I have to actually watch it. That's just
Hey,
It's a great
yeah,
watch.
watch it. Watch it, Sin.
It's super fucking creepy and just
Yeah.
I don't know if this one was his best, but I just enjoyed it because it was creepy and different. So, oops.
Who
So,
Yeah.
knows? It's Extra Life. It's Halloween weekend. Somebody makes a big enough donation, it'll
I
it
don't
might
have
happen.
plans
there
this
you
weekend.
go.
It might happen.
There you go.
Might
We just got to
happen.
friend with we just
And
got to friend what the dollar amount is. We just got to friend what that dollar amount is.
right.
But we'll get to that.
I don't see why not. It sounds like a good surprise. I mean, good prize.
Yeah.
And also Uzumaki gains or Ninja Kamui gains a third brother, and it's called Blue Frickin' Lock. And
Wait, you mean it
um,
wasn't already its brother?
Ugh.
it kind of
I feel
was.
like it should have already been down there.
It kind of was, but that last episode just might have been their worst episode.
Right. It
Episode
was.
I,
two.
It was the same.
It was their. It might have been their worst episode, just as far as like stills and stuff go. But that being said, we have an English translation about the head animator of episode 2.
Okay.
And he states
uh-huh.
that I worked on the second episode of Blue Lock, and I'll tell you why the animation was so bad. Months ago, I started working on the second season of Blue Lock, one in which I would work not only one episode or two or three, rather five. I started working on the second episode, in which care 20 cuts, basically animating scenes from zero, basically layout, blah, blah, blah. They said there were too many animation capatas. I don't know what that means in their final version. Basically, they eliminated all the movements, some frames, or they made some differences. But the fault doesn't lie in one that came after me. They probably did all they could in the little time they had, and basically, it boils down to say that the production team cut a lot of like their options out. Is basically what he's trying.
That's a lot of options they cut out.
Took out a whole bunch of different like time frames
What
and
happened with the
reasons.
first season then?
Yeah, the first season
And
was
but that's
better.
my point. I was gonna say, like, at the end of the day, the art style was still poop.
Yeah.
As far as like not the art style, but as far as like the animation art
Right.
style goes, it's still poop. But
Mhm.
I don't know. He just had that to say probably because he's seen online the backlash.
The backlash, yeah. That is
Unfortunately, that
ridiculous.
doesn't really stop anything with his thing because, again, the first season was only barely better.
Right.
Yeah,
he's lucky the memes didn't start then.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's just crazy though. To put in the work
Yeah.
and then you hand it off to somebody and then they just chop it down like that, and then the product that you work so hard on comes out and it's dog shit. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of disappointment, but we'll see what happens. Hopefully it jumps up by episode 12. Or is it going to 24 this time? Do we know?
I want to say it's like 20,
Uh,
something like that. Let's see.
I knew it was more than 12, I thought. I was pretty
No, I'm
sure.
saying this
But I don't
time.
know if
Yeah,
it'll
this
I don't
full
know if
season,
it's
yeah.
going to
24.
24.
I don't think a full 24.
But that I don't know. I like I said, I truthfully don't see it getting any better. I see it getting a little bit better, but not adding movement. So that's my most important thing.
Well,
So I don't know. I will say that bad animation has definitely turned me off a little bit. Because the first season I was all in. Second season I'm 70% in because I'm like, bro,
looking like it's
The
24
story
episodes.
can only get us so far.
24 episodes.
It's
Okay.
looking like it, yeah.
Oh. Ew.
So fingers crossed that it does pick up in the second half or something. Yeah, 'cause
Mhm.
I would like that.
I think we
Yeah,
all would.
I don't
would
think it's going to,
appreciate
but
that.
we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Black Clover and Boruto set to continue. We heard about this probably like a year ago. That Payrot, which is like one of the premier studios, they make Hunter x Hunter, Naruto, Bleach, Yu Yu Hakusho, so many
Right.
more that I'm forgetting.
Right.
Hmm.
They had stated that they're going to start a new studio because the last series, they were like the last company to do. They also do Black Clover. They were the last company to do like 100 episode ongoing series
Oh yeah.
of the new generation. That was Black Clover
Hmm.
and Boruto, but it was all filler. So
Right.
like Boruto going forward, that was one of the last series to see filler. Now we see slight filler, but it's like anime only canon stuff, or it'll be
Yeah.
like we'll get seasons or cores to make sure that we don't get as much filler or whatever.
Mhm.
Also has to do with them
Mhm.
working on so many titles, but they said that they're going to start a new studio that's going to focus on their bigger titles like Black Clover, Boruto,
Okay.
I forget the other one, and they're going to come back in a seasonal format, which is
Okay.
great news because both of these series have amazing action, and when they really pump it up,
Mm-hmm.
it's really good. So,
Mhm.
like I said, you cut out all the BS from Boruto, it's
Yeah.
actually got some really good action and fun storylines. So it's like if you just have that, that'll be so cool to see.
And
It'll
having
probably
those
bring
two,
more
one
hype
studio
back
working on
into it.
those, they can kind
And
of
then Black
piggyback off
Clover,
each other,
Yes.
which is
yeah,
kind of cool. Yeah.
Black
Mhm.
Clover we already know is, you know what I mean, everybody loves Black Clover, so
I
that one will
love
be
Black
fun too to
Clover.
see.
It's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think it deserves a little bit of an animation upgrade too. Now we've seen what they done with Bleach. Bleach was kind of like
Ooh,
a tester.
Bleach is
So are
And
they
gorgeous.
restarting Black Clover then?
no, definitely not. Probably just continuing from where
Okay.
the
Picking
manga
up
was because
for
they
it.
canceled it to work on Bleach. Payrot's a small studio.
Okay.
They only got like 180, 280 employees. I actually recently looked that up.
Mm. Okay.
Um,
For a small studio, they kill it.
hell
Right.
yeah. They kill it, but they also kill a lot of series. They're like the series killer. Cancel Bleach, cancel Hunter, filler Naruto, Boruto, cancel Black Clover. List goes on. They are definitely an anime
Yeah.
killer.
Hopefully they can redeem themselves.
Yeah, and I actually said it like a year ago. I was like, Bleach is the tester because if Bleach comes out, I knew we had
I remember you
50
saying that.
something episodes. And you remember, and I
Yeah.
said if Bleach
Mhm.
comes out and it comes out clean with no filler, I think it's safe to say that we're done with filler from Payrot series going forward, which means the big one that took a hit from that obviously was Boruto.
Yeah.
And now with this time skip being so good, and I've become slightly a Boruto fan. I'm a huge Naruto fan. I was off of Boruto for 7 years until I decided to give it a try. Found out the manga's pretty good. I was fooled by the filler, which, you know what I mean? I think people are rightfully so to be upset because it's poop.
Yeah.
But anyways, I
Yes.
digress. So that's good news. That's good news
Okay.
for Black Clover fans, Boruto fans, and just their ongoing series. Um, Other than that, we only got a few more. Trapped in a Dating Sim got season 2 and it's in production. Well, we
Okay.
already knew season 2 was coming, but it's in production. Have either of you seen that one?
No,
Mm-mm.
it's one of those that I grabbed, but I haven't had a chance to watch it.
Okay.
But I
So
did
this
want to see
one,
this one.
okay. So this one goes on a list of a few that I say are like the new, like, you know, I say my Mount Rushmore of Isekai. You
Yeah.
got like
Mhm.
Overlord, Eminence, or not Eminence, Overlord,
ReZero.
ReZero,
Hmm.
Jobless Reincarnation, Tanya Tiny Evil,
Yeah.
and I'm probably missing like Konosuba. And that's like
Okay.
kind of like the Mount Rushmore of like great isekai. I think the new ones that are taken, and Slime, I forgot Slime. New ones that are taken over
Same.
are Eminence in the Shadow,
Hmm.
which you
You
know, I mean, you
mentioned that.
saw
Yeah.
that is dope.
It's very
Um,
good.
this one, I think, trapped in a dating sim, where he's literally trapped in a dating sim game. He's beat the whole game. He knows all the stuff that's going to happen, but he's going to do it in his own way. It's one of those talking like dating style dating
Yeah.
sim game where it's just dialogue and you can like have the different routes. So he's going his own route
Mhm.
this time. Very interesting. It's got Gundam like mecha
Yeah.
aspect.
I remember seeing that in the clips. I was like, okay, I'm a little
A
lost by
dating
this,
sim
but
with Gundams?
Yeah,
yeah.
it's like they're it's kind of like a
Huh.
Lelouch style world, like a what's
Okay.
that series called?
Kogas.
Code Geass
Oh
style.
yes. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like Code Geass
Mm.
style
I
world where
do
they're
like
in a
Code
school.
Geass.
All the kids are smart and rich. Yes.
All the kids
Um.
are smart and rich.
So that one, Moonlit Fantasy, that one I told you to watch.
Right.
I think that one, and then those are an Uncle from Another World, of course.
Oh, that was great.
Uncle from the World's
I
That
good.
was
think those are like,
hilarious.
yeah, I love
That
that.
was
I think those are
funny.
like the new taking over Isekai if they get quick season 2s. So
Yeah. Instead of just letting him sit in limbo for so long.
yeah, well, Eminence is
Mhm.
coming back with a movie, but it got a
Yeah.
season 2. That's pretty good. And then One Piece fan letter was well received. Is let me check. I think it was. I just finished watching. It was fucking amazing.
It was
Yeah,
so
we're gonna get
it
into that.
beautiful.
We're gonna get into that.
Let's
You can't
see.
tell from
It's
my
still ranked number 2 on my anime list with right below Freerun, and Full Metal Alchemist has finally dropped down to 3,
Mm.
which I think that's kind of silly. It's an episode, not an anime, but we'll talk about that later. Uh, Goblin Slayer author and Overlord illustrator have a new series coming out that I'm super hyped for, called Blade and Bastard, and
I've seen images of it.
it's a dark fantasy coming out, and it
Okay.
looks really good. I
Okay.
really love I don't really care about the Goblin Slayer story. It was decent, like, you know what I mean. It was just like a 7 out of 10 fantasy,
Yeah.
but
I
um,
never read or watch that.
you didn't get past episode 1.
I no. I saw episode 1 and got to a point and I went, "Nope, never again."
Well, to be fair, that only happens in episode 1. It
Yeah.
doesn't happen
Yeah.
again.
Yeah, but I don't want anything to do with that kind of
Gotcha.
series.
Okay, but he wrote one, and the illustrator of Overlord, which I love Overlord, and his illustrations did
Hmm.
a series which I've been meaning to read. I haven't, but the anime's coming out, so I'll be looking out for that.
Okay. Blatant Bastard. Put that on our radar.
Solo Leveling season 2 got a trailer. Is coming
Ooh.
out in the theaters, I believe, January 25th or December 6th. One of
What
those.
is in this movie? Is it like just a
It's just
recap?
a theatrical release.
Okay.
But
What
Demon
the,
Slayer started this bullshit, but
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's what
I'm
was
Yeah.
like the
saying this
first
is
two episodes of
2019
season
or
2 or something?
2021.
Was it like the
First
last
3 is
episode
usually what they
first
do, because 3
Oh,
is like
first
an
3, nice.
hour and 20 minutes. Yeah,
No, they usually
that's
do
what
the
they did
Yeah, yeah.
before.
finale, and then they like yeah, do like the last 2 episodes of season 1 and then like the finale of the season starter
Well, it
of
depends. It
season
depends on
2.
what it is. Like Don to Don, they did just 3 episodes.
Okay.
Mhm.
So,
Okay.
what's it called? I think it might be just the 3 episodes of season 2, but
Hmm.
you could be right. Could be a the last episode, or like
And
a
then
mini montage of the Igris fight or something. Who knows?
okay.
But that's gonna be a theatrical release. I'm a solo leveling stan, so I'm gonna go see it just to see it. And
No,
that's
I
coming
would
out
love to see it in the theater,
January.
especially if they did like the
Yeah.
finale, like seeing that fight on the big screen. Of course. Yeah.
Bro, what's to come? That fight nothing, bro. I'm telling you. What's to come? Did you finish solo leveling, Gabby?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. What's to
Yeah,
come?
I did. I'm
Make that
excited
fight
for
look
it.
like light work.
Okay.
But if they animate it right. Other than that, Campfire Cooking in Another World got is season 2 is in production. I
I
put
know
that
that's one
on
you always
here.
talk about, Gabby.
Oh my
Mhm.
god, I love campfire cooking!
That's one of the Mappa B Team Jones. That's really good.
Okay.
All of their
Oh my
Jones have been
god.
good.
I have to tell my friend Nano. He loves it. He read the manga.
Yes, it's coming. And then we were talking about Steins Gate, and it turns out that it's getting a reboot, complete reboot. They
Really?
announced with better
Okay.
animation and additional story.
They
Ooh,
did leave
I
out
So
am
some story,
intrigued.
I think, if I remember correctly, for Steins Gate, so that is
yeah, that's what we were talking
exciting.
about last week. The anime
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
finish the manga story completely, so I'm assuming
Yeah,
that's what it'll be.
yeah. Because it was one of those cases where, like, the manga just, like, the anime caught up to the manga real quick and then it ended. Was one of those things, right? Or
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, that's gonna be
yeah.
one of those you gotta watch
Well, I
weekly.
can't. Or actually, I kind of thought you were saying something else. I actually don't know that because when I watched it was much after that, so I can't say
Oh, okay.
if it caught up and ended.
I
But
feel like it was one of those kinds of things because that happened a lot with the anime. But honestly, when we were younger, that happened a lot for like, most of
uh-huh.
them.
Yeah.
They would just catch up real quick, and then they'd have to find some random ending that happened with Fruits Basket. I know that happened with a few other ones I watched when I was
Yeah, a
younger.
couple of them. I've heard of that happening before.
Hmm.
Yeah, definitely possible. But that's
Okay.
it.
Yeah, that's gonna be
That's all
one
the
that we're gonna
news
have
for
to
this
watch.
week.
We'll
Thank
watch
you
that
for
one
the news,
weekly.
Ella.
Yeah,
No
thanks.
problem. There may be a
Thanks.
couple other things, but I kept the list short because
It's all good. Yeah, there's things that got to get done. So let's move
Hey,
on. Let's talk about uh, Thriller Park. We watched last week episodes 10 through 12. Uh, we were kind of right in our kind of thinking of where it was going to
I
go.
forgot about that bullshit.
Oh yeah, we can talk about it. I think we were kind of right in our predictions of kind of where it was possibly going to go, and it did, but it was
Not the path we thought they were going to take.
like,
we
yes,
thought they were
Ishikawa
going to go
showed back
this
up.
way, and they went that way.
We're like, yeah, all right, Ishikawa's proud to show back up. He does.
They really
You know what I'm saying? They're going to end up back in prison. They're going to get caught. They did. It's just in the way it
Kind
was
of,
all
but not
handled.
really.
It
Yeah.
was just done. And it wasn't episode 10 that was the problem. When they were first kind of he was getting into the boxing gym and Turtle was going around selling cigarettes. Like that wasn't bad there.
Episode 10 gave you hope.
It was episodes 11 and 12 with Bro being the most manliest, whoop ass, strongest, manly man ever. And he's like 19 or 20. Like it was so ridiculous with him and Ishikawa outside the boxing gym. Him, how he died was bullshit. The pacing was terrible between that last episode. Like just to jump from, oh, he gets killed. Now we're all out of prison. We all have our hair. We're meeting up at the tree. Like, they didn't show none of that stuff with them going through anything else in prison. Just out. It was kind of just a letdown how that was handled. Just, yeah, bro shouldn't have died the way he died. That was just terrible writing, I think. He gets stabbed. He walks off, gets shot up by the police. Like, y'all see he's been stabbed. He's leaking. Why y'all shooting him up? Like, it's just none of that made sense whatsoever. Ichikawa tried to run you over with a bike. Like, you just turning your back and walking away from him being all hard. Like, what is all this? This is dumb as hell. It makes no sense, and it just drove me freaking crazy. No.
Well, I feel like some of those. I feel like the part about him walking away and not killing him is like the writer trying to like really show what Bro's character is, and like that he's like good through and through in his heart. You know what I mean? And he only does things for like a reason, which in our heads is like that. That seems
You
like a
gave him back
reason,
the evidence.
huh?
Like, he gave him back the evidence that they had against him and the doctor.
Yeah, but like especially like if that was an American show it didn't matter how good-hearted that man was. He'd have stole him. You know what I'm saying? But like
Yeah.
Japanese, that the soft-hearted nature, which what I mean, I ain't too mad at, which is the forgive and forget type of nature and like
Yeah.
stuff
Mhm.
like that. So I think that's what they were trying to show. But I do think it was just a little boring, is the word I would use for it. I think it was just like a little
Yes.
boring of a detail. But I don't think that part was necessarily bad. I think the way he died was bad. I agree with that.
Yeah,
I think the
that
way he
was.
died was really bad. I guess we jumped to that was like the third episode, wasn't it?
No, that's the second
Or was that the
episode.
second episode?
Third
Yeah.
episode is when
Oh yeah.
Mario
Then
goes
it was
at Mario.
time skip.
They
Yeah.
time jump us, and Mario still wants to go kill Ishikawa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then it's like, and then his vassals are all stupid because it's like, y'all don't even know. I mean, I guess that's kind of normal, but I'm like, you don't even know what bro was trying to do. If bro wanted you to kill him, he would have just killed him himself. Like
He had the
wouldn't have
gun.
wanted to do that. Right. That's the whole
He
reason he
didn't
was
need a
doing.
gun.
Yeah, for real.
No.
I don't
Could
know.
beat the
That
shit out of
that
him.
meth might have got to him.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It was messed
Ishikawa
up.
is strung out.
He was.
Mhm.
Oh my god, that man literally was just injecting straight into the veins.
He was a
Like
junkie.
the doctor and his evil plan just gave him all of that also too, because he wanted to get Ishikawa in trouble. It's because he went around and said, "Oh, he's working with this guy
Yeah.
that
Mhm.
got let
Yeah.
out." So in the
The
end, the
doctor's
doctor
the
wanted to
only.
get rid of all three of them.
Yeah. The doctor's like the only. I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, since they've come out of jail, it's been a little boring for me. But
Mhm.
the doctor makes it exciting. I'm not gonna lie. Every time the doctor shows up, it's a little more exciting. And it's like,
He's the real villain. Ishikawa's just the puppet,
yeah,
He
definitely.
was the
the
muscle.
crazy
Yeah,
puppet.
yeah. He's the
Yeah.
muscle, and
But it's
yeah.
just like, why? It was such a point. Like, I understand someone probably had to die in the situation, but it was such a pointless death.
Also, the
It was
timing was bad.
Yeah.
timing was bad. It was pointless. They built up all of this stuff just to let it down. And I know that's a trope that is a lot of things done. But like, we built up all this character development with Sachiko. That was her name, right? Sachiko, the
Yes.
nurse.
I
Okay,
can't remember.
Yes. It
I
was.
think that was her
The
name.
nurse
But we
girl.
built up all this character
Mhm.
development with her, and then we kind of leave it out of nowhere, and we just drop her. Like, why did you
But she's.
spend time getting?
I know. I hear what you're saying. I do know she's still around because she. I don't
Yeah,
know if her and
like,
Mario are friends. I know she cares for him. She said.
and
I
they
don't.
probably kept in contact because that place that they're staying was their old house. Was like one of their family's houses or something, I think. But I don't know. It was kind of pointless, and
If they made them
it
in a
made
relationship,
me
it would have
mad.
been a little more exciting. But like
Yeah.
anime, often they're like afraid to do that. And
Yep.
like a show that's not about a relationship, then we're like, okay, if this isn't like a long drawn out arc, we can't just say, hey, they're in a relationship right now and then they're done. You know what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
real life.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I liked about Golden Kamui and in Karamat. I don't even know if you remember in the second season where she fell in love with Ogata and then they just had like a little fling during that season. Now she's not in the
Mhm.
story anymore. And that was just it. And that's how life
Yeah.
goes. You travel together, you fall in love, you fuck. You know what I mean? That's what happens. And you just move on. You're not telling me this dude
You
escaped
just
from
move
prison.
on.
You got a fugitive in your house, you're in love, you're not busting cheeks. That's what would happen. So I'm sorry. So I don't understand why they didn't add that.
Realism, I
either.
guess.
Realism,
pretty sure they
like, a
probably
little
did bust
bit.
cheeks.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Oh,
saying.
yeah.
That's what I was
My
thinking.
man was
Oh,
in
yeah.
prison the
I think
longest.
they kind
Like,
of portrayed it. They kind of portrayed it as like they had already done some stuff, like they had already been in a
Yeah.
relationship type without like making it official.
I think so. I think they were
Yeah.
together.
Mhm.
Yeah, without it being said. But I'm
But
wondering.
overall,
Where we're
like
going.
Gabby said last week, I don't know what we have to look forward to anymore.
I don't think we
The-
have anything to look forward to.
Supposedly taking
They have to
down
give us something.
the pervy doctor.
I
They're
am
taking down the
checked
pervy
out of
doctor
this
now.
anime right now. I need to do something big to bring me
No,
back
don't
in
check
because
out.
y'all saw me raging.
Yeah.
You were. But yeah, they're taking out the pervy doctor now because he wants to be the mayor. So that's
Yeah,
Yeah.
but what was that thing with Uncovered? They literally go up to him and go, "Yeah, you're so good. Thank you for helping us." And then he drive off. I know it's probably some psychological mental thing, but like
that's
that's all we
yeah.
need to do. And I'm like,
That was
what?
just they're playing
Yeah.
psychological warfare with him right now, letting
I
him know like
know, but
you still got us to
that
worry
as an
about.
ending, I hate it. I hate
But
it.
for any for that episode, I feel you. I feel you. And we even get to see what happened with Mario and Ishikawa. Like, you gonna kill him
Exactly.
or what? We didn't finish that, so we got all that to look forward to this week. Hopefully, it gets better because we were fine for a while until we hit this little speed bump. So let's see if we can get
It's
back on
definitely
track.
a speed bump. Because at this
It's a
point, I'm
large
like,
speed
I'm ready
bump.
for the
Let's
next
not
one.
portray it as tiny.
What we watching next?
Yeah, let's pick
I think
that.
so. I gotta look it up in the list. I gotta look it up in the list, but we already have our next one together.
All right.
So, all right. So, yeah, this week you know where to find us. Thursdays 9:30 Discord. Watching the next episodes, and hopefully it'll be better than what it was last week.
Mhm.
For the most part. So, Gabby, what
Yeah.
topic do you have for us this week?
Okay.
I forgot about
Well,
topic.
this is I'm actually really excited about this topic. I thought of this question and I really wanted to talk about it because I think it does affect a lot of different anime,
Okay.
just and manga in different capacities. And it is I wanted to know y'all's feelings about the topic of fan service. In specifically my examples my example will be for an anime manga. You can do one for either one, but one that I think it shows that I personally, I know some of us in this chat don't agree. I personally think it's very well done in Fairy Tale. I think while obviously there is a lot of fan service, it is done in a good way where I don't think it's like completely like, oh my God, it's just fan service. It's not. You have
That
the
shit
character
is
story, you have
smut.
the
Sorry,
development.
go.
Nah, shut up.
That
No,
is smut.
leave my
My
fairy
virgin
tale
eyes are too
alone.
young for that smut. No.
Your virgin eyes, my ass. I
uh,
think it's very well done because you have so much character development along with great storylines. The fan service, I will admit, does become a little much in some of the later episodes, but it's not like it has the whole thing just fan service. It has its moments, but it's not something that is all encompassing when you think of it. But the floor is for both of you. Whoever wants to go
uh,
first.
when it
No,
comes to
shut up.
fan service, I don't necessarily mind it. Probably most because I've watched anime my whole life, and it's always just been there before I even know what fan service was. It's when it's obviously what you're doing is when it starts to annoy me. It's one thing if it happens in passing or something like that, but when it's like they throw the camera there and it's all lathered up boobs or something like that, I'm like, what's the point of this? Like I know what you're doing, but like, why? I don't get it. Like when it takes you away from what's happening because they just want to throw, an upskirt shot or something like that. That annoys me when it's
Mhm.
so obvious in your face and when it's like so repetitive. It can like this is not a hentai. I don't need this. I'm watching this for the story, not for all this other stuff that's happening. But when it's done, when it doesn't feel like that, I haven't watched Fairy Tale in a while. I'm about to start my rewatch, so I can't remember
Mhm.
all of the fan service. I should say that's in that. Outside
Yeah.
of Lucy, I'm trying to think of some other ones, but
Erza has a lot.
yeah,
Yeah, there's a
yeah,
whole
yeah.
there's
I just remembered. Yeah, came
the
flooding
scene
back.
in the
Mhm.
strip club when Lucy does the dance. There's the scene when
Mhm.
Urza's walking. There's lots of them.
Yeah.
Mm, mm,
So
yeah.
I know you mentioned real quick, just you
Mhm.
mentioned with hentai, it's fine. Do you think there's a line, obviously, between the two that a lot of maybe anime blur when they don't intend to be a hentai?
Definitely.
They skirt the line. Yes, they will. They
Yeah.
will get as close as possible to that line without crossing it. Yeah, there's a lot that do that. Yeah,
Mhm.
and that's probably more ones that will annoy me. Like
Yeah.
when it's so obvious. Like at this point, dude, just turn the screen off and just be a hentai. At this point, like come on now. You know what I mean? Like it's just
Yeah.
yeah, it just gets irritating. But yeah, that's my just take on it. Noah.
Mhm.
I feel like pretty much everybody, every normal person feels the same way. Whatever you
Yeah.
deem as normal, but nah, we know what a normal person is. I feel like every
Mhm.
normal person feels the same way. Like if it's there in like a comedic fashion, which most of the time it is in like
Mm-hmm.
regular series, then it's fine. Um, if it's about the series like High School DxD or um the zombie show, the zombie
Uh,
one, any of
Oh,
them, High
yeah, yeah.
School of the
High
Dead,
School of the
any of
yes.
them
Dead.
like that are like about like etchy material, then that's what it's for. So in that case, I couldn't have opinion on it because it's not for me if I don't like it. You know what I mean? But
Mhm.
Mhm.
in regular series, you have good examples like Naruto Sexy Jutsu, and then you have bad examples like Fairy Tale. I mean, not Fairy Tale. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. That was a funny slip
See,
up though.
he
But Fire
taking too many,
Force,
he taking too many
Fire
shots.
Force, Fire Force, similar sounding name, right?
Uh-huh.
Fire Force. But you got scenes like in Fairy Tale where like I forget why Lucy was doing the dance, but she was doing it for a reason. So it's like that's like
Like the bunny dance with the
no,
bunny
when
suit on?
she was literally dancing on stage, like on like a stripper
Oh.
stage and like on a bar.
Uh,
It sounds like Fairy
oh,
Tale headquarters.
yes.
Yeah.
This is Fairy
It's like
Tale.
the
I can't
two of them
remember
together.
why she was doing
Right.
it, but
Or
if I
like
remember
Erza's
correctly,
seduction armor or something, which is literally just
yeah,
a stick and like a cloth around her. Like that obviously
Yeah.
is just like,
that's imported, exactly. But I'm saying
yes.
like a scene like I mean stuff like Tomb Raider where she has to act sexy to get by, you know what I mean, to get by the mission because she's gonna, you know what I mean, whoa the guards for a second, like stuff like that. I think it's fine. That's just adult content. But
Mhm.
like,
Yeah, yeah.
or not like adult content, just like
Mature.
14 plus, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
So
Yeah.
yeah.
And I
It's
feel like
just a
that's
trope.
just yeah, that's just stuff that happens. So in scenarios like that, then I think it's fine. I think it's part of what they put in there. It's not really something I look for, but like etchies, entire etchies, I definitely find a little weird, and I can't really get through any
Mm,
of them unless they're entirely based on comedy. Like the entire thing has
Feel
to
you.
be
okay.
based on comedy, like High School DxD. The whole thing is like satirical. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
it's not about like the actual etsy factor. It's funny because the etsy's there. So I think stuff like that is
Yeah.
cool.
Okay.
But that's all I feel about it for real.
Awesome.
Fair enough. Thank you
Awesome.
both.
Oh, of course.
Hmm.
Of course. You are welcome.
Mhm.
All right. Let us move on to our weeklies, stuff that we watched. I know you didn't get to watch too much, Gabby, because you had an explosive weekend. I got
Yes.
caught
I
up on
watched
some things.
some.
Okay, but before we get into the other stuff, let's talk about the One Piece fan letter. I know I watched it before I left work. I know you all, well, Gabby, I know you've seen it at least twice. I know Noah just finished it. I will just say I think this was absolutely incredible from beginning to end. It was a short watch. I thought it was gonna be a little longer because I thought it was like a whole special or something like that. It's just one episode, 24 minutes in and out, but it is gorgeous from beginning to end. It is exciting. It's heartfelt. It's I feel like everything we all love about One Piece into this one beautiful package. It feels like not just a fan letter, literally in the story that the little girl's trying to get to Nami, but it feels like a fan letter to just the community for just being here this whole time and just rocking with the whole One Piece world. Like that's what it felt like to me watching it. Because you're watching an original story within a recap, but from different perspectives from what happened at that time, which I thought was pretty cool. Would you all agree?
Yes.
I agree.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The little girl's
Gabby,
voice actor is Nami, isn't it?
I'm not sure. Is it?
That's Chopper.
Is it
Oh, it's
Chopper, her
Chopper.
voice actor?
It's
Oh, okay.
Chopper. And the grandmother at the beginning is Luffy's.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
there was a
Mhm.
lot of little nuggets in this that I liked, that I enjoyed.
Yes.
I love the fact that the Straw Hats, even though it's about them, they weren't like a focal piece in it. They were just
No. They're
background.
side characters.
Yeah, when stuff was happening, just little side characters. I thought that was really cool. I like the Zoro and Sanji moments. with,
Of course, they're in the same scene together at
with
different
Oh,
times, but
so
of course.
actually, Chopper's voice actor is in there. It is Chopper. The little girl's voice actor is Sarada from Boruto, and she does some other stuff. I don't know.
okay,
Oh, she sounded so much like Chopper's voice actor.
She's
Wow.
Toko. She's Toko for also in One Piece. But
Oh,
I
Choco.
thought she sounded like Nami for a second. I was like, oh, they must have used Nami's voice actor for her. But I guess because Nami was there too, they used Nami's voice actor for Nami.
mm,
Mm,
nice. So, Gabby, give me your
interesting.
thoughts on the fan letter.
Oh, it is Toei.
Well, first of all, it was beautifully animated. I was so excited. I also thought it was gonna be longer 'cause when they did hype it up, I really thought it was like either a s at first I thought it was like another little series. I'm like, "Oh, this series of episodes they're doing." Then I'm like, "Oh, it's only one, maybe it's just special," but it was one short episode.
Mhm.
I loved it. I loved all the little cameos of the characters. I loved kind of seeing the perspective of how other characters thought about the Straw Hats within the world, because that's one thing I love to see, is to see how other people view the Straw Hats, whether from knowing them or just randomly seeing them and how they
Mhm.
affect other people's lives. Obviously, this little girl was changed by Nami, and the Marine soldier, he was changed by Luffy, and the relationship with his brother got so much better,
Yep.
and just his life self changed. We had the bookstore lady who really, really loved Brooke,
I
and at
love that.
one point was like, "Frankie, what the heck? You're so weird." Like
Mhm.
with the comic there, and I just loved that part at the end, seeing them all jump on that one. I'm gonna call him the evil Marine with the blonde hair, as he's trying to stop the little girl to see Nami.
Mhm.
And they're all just like and they all are shouting out their own things, like, they wanna see Brooke, the big buff guy who loves cute things that wants to won't let him blow the ship with Chopper, and the
Yeah.
guy who was inspired by Luffy. It's like, it in a way, it does represent the community. Everyone's got their own favorites, and everyone's got their own reasons for liking them,
Mhm.
and it's just it really is, that fan letter. And so they encapsulated it in a really sweet way for everyone. I think that was the perfect place to put it, especially kind of taking this break with where,
Yeah.
we need to catch up. But I absolutely adored it, and I'm probably gonna watch it like 7 more times.
Oh yeah. I did love that
Definitely
shot at
gonna
the
watch it
end.
again.
Like we were saying at the end where everybody's grabbing on and she's on her back on the side of that thing or whatever and like looking at the ship, looking at the stars, and that shot of Nami when she finally gets to see Nami she's been looking for the whole time. I thought that was a beautiful shot of Nami on the ship. What about you, Noah?
Oh yeah, that was amazing, man. What Toei does right here, that shit was amazing. That shit was
Yeah.
definitely one of the best one shots I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Um there are some, well, let's say this first, because I got some things I liked about it. I only had like two things I didn't like, and whether like didn't like, it was just whatever.
I got
But
one too.
it was amazing that Ishitani, she was the director,
Right.
and she's a really renowned director. I'm sure y'all know about her. She directed Dragon Ball
Mhm.
Super, Goku versus Jiren, which
Mm-hmm.
absolutely
Yep.
broke the world. She directed, in my opinion, the best singular episode of One Piece, which is 115,
10-15, baby.
1015.
Mm-hmm.
That, in my
And
opinion,
15.
is the best individual episode of One Piece. And then she directed this fan letter, and it showed she
Yep.
has this way of like getting you in the feels with your
Yeah.
pictures, like getting you in the feels with I mean, she didn't direct the, I don't know if she directed the music, but I know she was overall on the animation. So, and the entire project, she's the lead,
She
says
smoked
she's
it.
the lead director. So she just
She's
did
Absolutely
a
smoked it.
amazing.
she did such a good job. What they did with the alternate perspective in that show
Mhm.
was so cool. That was just one of the coolest concepts to see, like the Marine, the older brother Marine, while he was during the Marine Forward fight,
Yeah.
and he's just
Mhm.
there and they're not even part of it. And those were Kizaru's lights, which means that
Yeah.
just shows you know what I mean, a lot of this stuff that goes to show like the entirety of One Piece. And this is more than just a fan letter, but that shows you like One Piece is like these guys that people appreciate that are trying to take down this government that represents justice, but deep down is just war and destruction and hurts everybody besides the people who control it. And that shows
Yep.
you right there, people who dedicated their lives to the military are getting attacked by their own general, and he
Yeah.
doesn't even care. He's just throwing stuff at the pirates. And who
Yeah.
comes in to
Yep.
save him? The pirates. Changed his
Mm-hmm.
whole
Mhm.
perspective, and that was just like such a good job at showing what One Piece is. And I couldn't believe how good that alternate perspective was. Him with his brother, got to see how Luffy saved Ace and just saw completely,
Mm-hmm.
just that alternate perspective was so cool. And then when they get to
Yeah. Yeah. To the archipelago.
yeah, the archipelago,
Mm-hmm.
where they're
Mhm.
where the place where they all split ways, where Luffy punched the admiral or the
Mm-hmm.
celestial dragon,
Yeah.
celestial, yeah.
Mhm.
Luffy's intro, oh my goodness, goosebumps. When she's falling back and I heard
Yeah.
the coming on and he's
You just
flying
hear it.
around. Get to piss. That was so hard, bro. That was amazing. The sick different, like it just showed you, it really made you feel like, wow, I'm a civilian just watching all this go down and this
Yeah.
really I thought that was really cool. Um and just the soundtrack was amazing. Everything was great. The only things I really
Wonderful.
didn't like was, it's not that I didn't like them, but I had an issue with, I guess, was I feel like the new style of animation with One Piece, when they get into the fights, sometimes it's hard to follow. There's just a lot going on. So at the
It's
beginning of
very
the
quick and very
episode,
fluid.
It is.
yeah,
It
at the
is.
beginning of the episode, it's just like super quick pace, almost to the point to where I wish they would like slow it down maybe a millisecond so I could just like enjoy it a
Mhm.
little more, even though it's supposed to pass by real quick. I don't know. But that was something. And then dang, I forgot the other thing. I thought there was one more thing, but I can't remember right now.
One
I
thing I
guess
was disappointed about a little bit. I really wanted to know what the letter said on it, and I wanted to just I would
That's
have loved to
true.
see Nami read the letter. I really
yeah.
wanted her to get that. I mean, it's cool how everything turned out, but I wish at some point, maybe later down the line, there's somewhere they throw in where somehow she got her hands on the ripped up letter or something like that, and is able to read
Yeah.
what this little girl
Yeah.
wrote to her or something. I would love to
That
just
would
see
have been
that.
nice.
Yeah,
I was saying that too when I was watching the credits. I was like, I wish they could have met Nami and the crew. But then I was like, in my head, I was like, that would have kind of changed the alternate perspective a little bit. The idea was
Yeah.
that you're not here for the Straw Hats. This is her. And like, this is how you would feel out here. So it's like, if they
Mhm.
met, that would kind of close the gap on that perspective.
Mhm.
And I feel
Yeah,
like her
and you're not
not meeting
supposed
her
to
was
have
actually
that
really good.
gap closed.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
feel like
Mhm.
that was to leave it as like these, they kind of made the Straw Hats look like superheroes, you know what I mean? And that's how it
Yeah.
was. Like Brooke's thing was so cool how she was like, because that's how it be. Brooke was a superstar,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So he
Yeah.
would have diehard fans that want to go see. You don't have
Mhm.
electrical music box, I don't think. It's like weird. You don't have the radio, so you
When I
go
first
see.
saw
You
she
know
had
what
the
I mean?
keychain of Brooke, I was like, "Oh, that's cool. She got a Brooke
Yes,
keychain." Yeah,
probably a real life item,
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure we could find it. Gabby will find it by the time we
For
got there.
right?
Yeah, but no, I would recommend for real, anime fans, go check out the fan letter. It is that well done. It is that incredible. It is beautiful as all hell. Like,
Mhm.
give yourself 23 minutes and just sit down and just enjoy a masterpiece.
Oh
That's
yeah.
all I say.
If you like One Piece,
100%.
Yeah,
that shit's amazing.
yeah,
Heck,
yeah.
if you don't like One Piece, go watch it. Make you like One Piece. Then go watch One Piece.
Right.
10 out of 10. Yeah,
Facts.
yeah. All right, so now that we have discussed that, weeklies, I do have some that I'm dropping. I do have to make that known. Last week I said I'm
Mm.
dropping 365. I'm still dropping that. Mrs. Servant, yeah, I've done the
I
first
might be
three.
dropping that as well.
Yeah, I've done the
Couldn't get
first
past
three.
the first episode on that one.
Yeah, I mean the way the third episode ends, it was like, do I have the fourth? Do I want to just play? No, it's gonna make me mad. I have a feel. I just dropped it. I can't. If I hear good things about it, I'll pick it back up. I'm pretty sure I'm
Mhm.
dropping Mile 2099. The whole him being a YouTuber thing is just not.
I
It's
dropped
just
that
not.
one too.
Yeah, it's not getting it for me. So that one, putting an X on that one. But there's one that I am going to be watching every week. I mentioned when we first started doing this, it was, what was it, Tao Show? I think it is. I'm trying to look up the name of it. The one where the mother passed away and she's reincarnated as a little girl, and she's helping
Oh yeah.
her husband and her daughter who are still stuck back then and they haven't really gone forward in life. She's trying to help them out. I'm 4 episodes in, and it hits me in the feels pretty much every single week. Like the story is it's heavy because of the subject matter of it, but it's really good, and they're getting into what's going on her in her life now, like kind of like an abusive mother type of thing going on and stuff like that. So that's coming
What's it
into
called?
play now. I'm trying to look it up. Look it. Where's my Plex? It is called. Hold on, Suma Show. Yeah, TSUMASHO. Yeah,
Michelle. Okay.
yeah, but it's story is good. Trying to help them, like we're dealing with uh just finished dealing with him having somebody in his life that's not her mother, type
Okay.
of thing. So that's starting to come into play now. All those type of things. Daughter's starting to kind of get out and explore a little bit more. Like good things are happening, even though it's a darker kind of story, helping them get past their trauma and hers as well. So
Okay.
I'll be adding that to my list every week. That one's turned out to be pretty interesting and pretty good.
I think I might start that one since I'm dropping a few others.
Okay, Ramna. I've watched the third episode of it. I'm really enjoying it, especially as a fan. I like picking up on the differences. The one thing I will say that has me completely annoyed though right now, I watched it in English today because I wanted to hear what the voice actor sounded like. Everybody was fine except for Kuno. I hate his
Oh,
voice with every fiber of my being because this is not. They try to make him sound too manly. I don't mind the Japanese voice
and
is
now
fine.
I'm curious.
He sounds like they're trying to make him too heavy, too manly when he talks, and he sounds like a pompous asshole in the original one, and that fit perfectly with this character's type. So as soon as he started talking, I was like, "This is nails on a chalkboard to me right now, and I can't stand this." Everything
Yeah.
else is fine. Everything else, I didn't
Yeah.
have a problem with any other voices but his. So now I'm looking forward to watching some more of them as these other characters are showing up. Because if they screw up one of my favorite characters of all time, I'm gonna be so mad if they ruin her voice. I'm going to
We're gonna
lose my
see Sin
ish.
fly into a rage.
If y'all ruin Shampoo's voice in English dub, I'm going to be pissed, and I might have to just go back to watching it the original way or just in
Is Shampoo your
Japanese.
favorite character?
Absolutely, absolutely, and Ramen Shampoo's is my favorite character. Oh my gosh, I love her so much.
She's a character, all right.
Oh, she is entertaining, and she is terrible. What else? What do we watch together? We already talked a little bit about Blue Lock, how animation is
ReZero.
ReZero.
Was so fire.
Peak Zero.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Was so fire.
yeah,
Animation is on 10. I
yep.
love
So
how White
good.
Fox does like their own style of animation for the fights. It feels like unique to them. All of their different fight
Yeah.
scenes, they feel really unique to them.
Yeah,
Soundtrack
this
was
was.
amazing. And then the cliffhanger pissed me off. I'm
Oh, it did.
so annoyed
Yeah.
at Regulus, bro.
Yeah.
I got Mahito levels of hate for Regulus.
Yeah, you were raging at the end when he came on the screen
I
and
was
said
like, he did not undress my woman, bro. If next episode I don't see some maids or some shit in that house that undressed Amelia, bro, I'm reading the whole shit that night.
I didn't
There's
think
no
that
way
was
I'm winning.
real. Because Sin sent me the clip before I'd even gotten to that scene, and I went, "Ha, that's funny." And then I watched it, and I'm like,
that.
"Kidding me?"
He really said that.
After she's a virgin, I'm like, bro, she's not ready for that, bro. Her and Subaru taking it slow.
Leave her
Damn
alone.
it.
She just got untraumatized. Now you're re-traumaing her.
Right.
Yeah,
Leave her alone.
this show does not miss. It is hit every
It
single
really
week.
doesn't.
Yeah,
Really.
they know what they are good at, and they flaunt it so well,
Yes.
so
I
well.
want some more Little B action. I want some more Garf action, and we're gonna get it
Oh yeah,
coming up. I'm
you were
so
raging about
excited.
Garth. You were raging about Garth,
Oh,
Gabby. Yeah.
they did my baby boy so dirty.
That
How could
scene
they
with his
do that
mom
to
was
him?
sad.
Yeah.
Yes. And
I
now
hope
they
he
made it
eventually
even more sad
reconciled
with
with his mom.
Mimi.
Yeah, I was sad.
Yeah, they did him
Poor
dirty.
Mimi. How are they gonna kill a chibi character? That's crazy.
And the only girl won.
Yeah. And the
Yeah, that
one that
sucked.
happens to fall in love with why
With
we
him.
got all these damsels fall in love with dudes that have lifelong goals to fall in love with another girl.
True, because he is in love with Rem's
Rim.
sister. Yeah. Ram.
A Ram. This
Yeah,
show is
Ram.
messy.
Damn.
Yeah. So what else do we
And
check
then
out?
what's it called? Bleach was amazing.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Bleach
Yeah.
was so
Also
good.
Yeah, they probably stepped it up a notch this week as far as visuals. That whole thing with him.
Boy, Eisen is back. Mr. Aura
Threat.
himself.
Threat.
Yeah.
Oh,
Boy.
unleash Eisen. That's what I need. I need him to be unleashed. Too good. Too good. Also, what's name was really good. Kenshin. That was really
Kenshin
good.
was great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kenshin
really
is
good.
still killing it. We're finally at the good arc, man.
I need to catch up on Kenshin.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
about
so
to
good.
go
Remake is
down
so
this week
good.
coming up.
I'm
Yeah.
so
Remake is
excited.
good. Karo's gone. She's finally gone. She's finally coming to rescue her man.
Mm-hmm.
That's
We get to
cool.
see Emilia's voice actor in like 3 different animes. What else is she in? She's Karo and Kenshin. She's Emilia, and then she's in something else too.
Oh,
I can't remember. She's in something else, but she's in like 3
I don't know.
top animes this season. The Queen.
Hmm. I can't think of what they
And
are. We watched Daima episode 2.
oh yeah.
I mean, it's Dragon Ball. I mean, I don't know how else to
Oh,
put it
and
right
she's
now.
in Dan Machi.
Ah, okay, okay,
Yeah.
That's what it is.
No,
okay.
she's not. She's
You mean,
not.
No?
That's
yeah,
yours voice actress.
yeah, yours is the elf girl.
Oh,
Yeah, not
yours.
Amelia. I
Well,
can't
which one
remember.
is Amelia in?
Maybe it's only 2.
I thought she was in 3.
Oh, matter of fact, speaking of weeklies, we have a new waifu alert with Granny and Don Don. What's it?
It's a
Yeah.
couple waifus this summer. We got Granny, we got
Mhm.
Momo, we got Freya from Danmachi and
Mhm.
Seer. We got um what's her name? Damn, it's leaving me. I forget, but her name from Blue Box. The girl from Blue Box.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Yo, she's cool as shit.
Which was a
I
good
love
episode
her.
they had this week.
She's super cool.
She's
Blue
cute.
Box is Pete, normal ass
I
romance.
really like Blue Box. It's
I'm enjoying
fantastic.
it.
And then
I'm enjoying
also
Blue
this
Box.
girl in The Aristocrat. Y'all have got to check that one out. It is such a hit.
I need to catch up. I
Okay.
need to catch up and finish season
You talking
1.
about his
I
wife?
started it.
His wife has got to be one of the best wives in anime. No joke. And she's like 16.
Okay.
I mean, they're both 16 for people who haven't seen this.
Right.
Now, you need that
Hold on.
disclaimer when you're talking about anime. She's
Point
16.
taken. Point taken.
Full
Talking about
16.
Got
anime,
to
you
make
need
it clear.
They're both 16. He's a noble
Okay.
king, and he got married young. Okay. And
Okay.
He's my ninja.
Okay. I'm gonna try. Tough week with everything going on, but I'm gonna try and see how far I can get in this so we can discuss this. And she said she's one of the best wives in anime. So okay.
Yeah,
I need to
she
see
is.
her now.
Like, she's really holding it down. What she's doing in season 2 and at the end of season 1, she's holding it down.
I just might
I
have to
was
do a
like,
binge session tomorrow.
it's really exciting. Really
Overall-
exciting series that's like got a good concept.
Overall, I thought Don was a great episode. That probably was my favorite episode yet.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah, this week
I
did
think the
that
second
episode was
my favorite so far.
That was one of the ones I
amazing.
wasn't able to catch up on yet, so I'm gonna watch it tomorrow or
Okay.
after we get off. Actually, I'm probably
Yeah.
gonna watch it after we get off.
I'm like fully invested in Don after meeting Granny now. So yeah, she's kind of a badass. What else did we
I've only read about 15 chapters of Don, but I will be fully crushing that whole manga when the series is over in probably 2
Nice.
days. Because that shit is amazing. That shit is so good. I really love it. We watched
I haven't caught up on
sorry.
Mecha Uday. Did you guys watch that one?
Yes.
I'm caught up on it, yes. And I'm even more invested in it now, especially after that last fight with him and the
really
guy
good?
with the green ropes or whatever chains he was fighting.
The worm
Oh
Uday.
yeah.
Yeah, that was yeah. They're doing something over there with Mecha Uday.
But he wasn't the one we thought it was, but it turns out he wasn't the one that was. Well, I won't say anything.
Yeah.
I'll let Gabby catch up.
Yeah, but that was a fire episode.
What's it called? I watched Madhouse new series. Y'all definitely should watch this. It's on Netflix. It's called Orb of the Moving. It's called like 3 different things. It's called On the Movements of the Earth. That's what it's called. Let me see if it's still called out on Netflix.
It's like a period piece kind of 15th century Poland.
Yeah.
I've heard about this.
I don't know if it's Poland, is it? Yes, it is.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
And so this kid is just he's like just a young scholar, like a young mind, and it's like about like the area of like the great Catholic movement. So a lot of the kids are like, these kids I think are in a church school. So a lot of them are being like obviously persuaded to like join this religion and study theology and stuff like that. And then he kind of is just smarter than everybody else, and he knows that. And I believe, I may be wrong, but I believe that he eventually goes to try and prove that the world is not flat. like the world's round. You know what I mean? Not off some like conspiracy shit. Like back then
Ah.
they thought if you
Mhm.
sailed far enough, you sailed off the earth. So he's going to try and prove that, I think. But so far, he's just met some guy who's kind of opened his mind about deeper thinking,
Mhm.
and it like broke his brain when he gave him some idea that we probably think normally today, but
Yeah,
back
but
then
back
was
then, yeah.
completely alien to him. Yeah, so
Okay,
definitely
I'm gonna
add
Pretty
grab it.
that.
cool, actually.
Mhm.
Look, I
Uh,
found it on Netflix.
okay.
Yeah, I love my period pieces.
It looks
Absolutely
really
great.
pretty.
Yeah, the
Uh,
animation Madhouse. So they just got done with Free Run and
Also,
Overlord, so
stuff.
they're cooking.
Yakuza Fiance had another good episode with their episode 3. I know 4 is getting ready to drop, so I'm really looking forward to that. New character added in. That's gonna make this a lot more messier.
Hell yeah.
So,
Oh, I
um,
love Messi.
oh, it's messy. It's messy, but I like
Mhm.
this mess. I like the mess that's going on. So, and I'm
I
looking
haven't
forward to
watched
seeing
it
where they're
yet.
taking this. It's
You're
very
gonna like
entertaining.
it.
Yeah,
I've heard some good
like
things.
I would want to put this on the weeklies. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's we could have some fun with this one. It's entertaining.
Hell yeah.
It's entertaining.
Unfortunately, we had so much peak this week. There was no room for it,
Oh no,
or this
Peak
time
Peak
around.
was Peak was rocking
We
this
also
week.
watched Dan Machi, which is shaping up to be a real good season. They're
So far,
unlocking
smooth.
some more
Yeah, yeah.
interesting
Mhm.
doors. I've been dodging spoilers left and right because my ReZero fans are also Dan Machi fans on Twitter.
Ah,
Uh-oh.
So I've been dodging hella spoilers.
yeah. But so far, so good with this season with Dan Machi. Hopefully, you'll
Mm-hmm.
be able to catch up and discuss with us by the time season 5 comes
Oh
to a
yeah.
close. Okay, okay.
Oh yeah. No, I just behind this week because of everything that's been happening with especially the full weekend. But
Oh, you
Yeah.
caught
yeah,
up on
I'll
Dan
have
Machi?
it. No, I haven't watched the most recent episode. I was going to, but week has
Oh, I
been
thought you
hectic,
had
so
never
I
Hold
seen
haven't
it
up.
had time.
before.
No. I've watched everything but the last episode.
What
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
of is it
I
wrong
could
to
have
pick up girls in a dungeon?
Wait,
Dan Machi, not Dan
Yes.
to Dan.
I thought we were talking about.
That's what I thought something was off
Oh
here.
my god, my brain. See, my brain is dead. My brain
That's
is
because your
gone.
Luffy hat's too tight. You know, let some air in there.
No,
Yeah, is it wrong to try
he's
and
an
pick up
airhead
girls in a
for a
dungeon?
reason.
Good one.
Papa's an airhead for a reason. Yeah, no, that'll be this weekend's binge.
Okay.
Hey,
That's on the schedule.
like I said, you got time the fifth season, and honestly,
Yeah. And they're only
it
12
wouldn't even
episode
be a
seasons.
crime to wait till the fifth season finishes, because then you can just bust
Hmm.
through all. They're only 12 episodes.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else? What's it called? I watched season 1, episode 2 of, or season 2, episode 1 of Seven Deadly Sins. Man, they turned up the animation for season 2
Yeah,
on
All
this
right, good
thing.
to know. I'm catching up. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
be able to watch. I'm
they
catching
did.
up.
They're pretty much all of the seven deadly sins are now involved, and like the movie war is in like history and stuff, like they're talking about all that stuff, so
Okay.
It's so good.
that was
So,
cool.
as soon as I get caught
It's
up, it's on.
definitely fun.
Okay. I
I
think
think we watched all the, we didn't have any more weeklies. Blue Lock, we watched Blue Lock.
yeah, and it was what was happening was cool. It looked like last week's bunch of stills.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
but no.
I've got a bunch of my romance ones, but some of them I have to catch up on. But I don't
Okay.
expect any of them to let me down.
Okay.
Nice. Oh,
Mhm.
also, we're all watching a lot, but the Notorious Talker, I told you all about that
Yes,
one. Super
yes,
good.
yes,
I
yes,
gotta
yes,
watch
yes.
the 5th episode today.
Okay.
And Let These Grieving Souls Retire is also, it's gotten really good. Season
Okay.
I
5.
haven't watched that. I need to watch that.
Yeah, it's really interesting. I will say though, all of these feel like they're forgettable. So if you have anything else, you know what I'm saying? But I say that those two are probably like some of the more kind of like Perry, everything. They're some of the more
Okay.
promoted ones of this season. Is
Gotcha.
Grieving
Mhm.
Souls, Notorious Talker, and Aristocrat. Those are probably like the most promoted, like
Yeah.
newer ones of
Okay.
this season.
Unfortunately, some of my little favorites are definitely background ones.
Oh
I'm gonna
yeah, but
I'm gonna
hey, they're
try to
still
catch up
there.
on those somehow
Yep.
before we discuss again, so that we can talk about
Hmm.
it. So I think I'm gonna load up my Plex tonight so I can watch it while at work. I think that's what I'm gonna do after we finish doing movie
Hmm.
club. Uh, but no, yeah, good round of weeklies that we got going on. Good stuff happening. Some stuff got dropped. Some stuff I picked up, and some stuff is we're keeping for the ride. So yeah, let us get out of here. And just a reminder before we do close out that, like I said in the beginning, we are doing Extra Life this weekend. 3 days streaming online games for a worthy cause to raise money for Children's Miracle Network hospitals. So tune in. It's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, like around 12ish, and we'll go for the full 8 hours. Depending on what goals we'll hit, we might run a little bit more. I think Gabby's going to play Phasmophobia with a bunch of people. I don't know, something like that. We'll see. But until
Sin's gonna
next
watch
week,
Uzumaki.
we'll talk off of this, see what the dollar amount is, and if so, we can jump in Discord and watch it. But we'll talk. So until next time, everybody, we will catch you all Thursday morning. Next Thursday when we go live. Thursday nights in the Discord for Thriller Park. So until then, we will catch you later. Deuces.
Bye.
Peace.
Loading snacks.